the lessons in school is raise your hand even if you think that you're going to figure it out, because there's somebody else in the room who hasn't raised their hand, who's never, right? So there's a lot of value in just sort of being uncomfortable, not knowing the things, but asking anyway.
Okay, I'll ask you this.
Yeah.
As you know, I have just rebuilt again our webpage for our business, right? What I had done, and I think I've told you this before, what I had done is I'd used a WordPress site, but I'd used a classic editor to build it,
Right.
Which was using short code and everything else. And I knew what I was doing, and off I went. But then, on the advice of many people, I then did the jump over to the, what do you call it? The block editor, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was under time pressure, and I had to get this done fast because I needed to give someone a link. So I tried to understand how to use a block editor. I wasn't coping very well. And then I went on a site called Gutenberg Hub, I think. And I took one of their templates and used their template. But it's got a lot of moving parts. It's quite, there's a lot going on. And I'm wondering, will that have an impact on the speed? That's my very first question, to be honest.
That is an excellent question, and the answer is 100% yes.
Okay.
You reached out earlier, and do you mind if I share your web link?
No,
Okay.
that's fine.
So ADHDmeetsbusiness.com, and I poked around a little bit here in preparation for this call, and I did find that there is a lot of extra stuff on there that doesn't need to be on there. I would suspect that has to do with the template that you've used, especially over the years. There have been a lot of different technologies that have come into play, especially with WordPress. And if you get a theme or a template that's a little bit older, they might have an overlap of functions that you don't need the old ones, and the new ones are better. And the
reason I did it is because I wanted it responsive. But in the process of doing that, I've ended up with a really high score on my webpage. My webpage is doing well. But my mobile, which was the whole reason I did it in the first place, because I wanted it to be responsive, isn't scoring very well at all. So, yeah, okay.
And you're talking about the page speed insights, the one that Google uses, right? It's got at the top, and it says it's just got a score that says 0.
Yeah.
So if I look at your contact form, for example, which is usually a much lighter one, right? You're getting.
Did you find my contact form? Oh, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'd lost it. I couldn't find it. See what you're dealing with.
That happens.
Is that the Klaviyo one?
Well, this one, okay, so you have a contact page. Has links to Clubhouse and Anchor FM and Calendly. So it's not an actual form that you fill out, but.
Oh, okay, all right.
This is a nice light page to test it on, and it still only gets a 64, and it gets a C grade on GT metrics. Now, I will tell you, in addition to the theme, which can really, like when we're looking on desktop versus mobile, the small errors that you might miss on desktop can amplify on mobile, right? Like the desktop might speed through something that says how many things are in this array, but a phone might take multiple minutes on it.
Yeah.
So the first thing that really is getting in your way on mobile is you have all this, what they call render blocking resources.
Render blocking, all right.
Yeah. And if you're familiar with the term render from the sort of the 3D world, or if you're not, basically that means that take the instructions and turn them into the final product, right?
Okay.
So take the code of the website and turn it into the website that you can see.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, when you have a render blocking resource, what that means is that as soon as the browser lands on that part of the website, it has to wait to do that, whatever it tells it to, before it can continue rendering the website.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 11 things on here that are blocking the render of the website.
Oh,
and
goodness. Okay.
Probably 10 of these you don't need to block the website. Probably 10 of these you can to do that at the end. After it's rendered the website, do all that other stuff.